Good morning and welcome to Lilleshall National Sports Centre, where we're hosting the Worshipful Company of Fletcher's Disability Championships 2018. First match today is the Women W1 Open with Victoria Rummery, who was top ranked, and Jo Frith, who was ranked second yesterday. Both these two are international archers for Great Britain and have recently come back from the Italy Grand Prix with gold and silver. Jo also was part of the bronze medal team the bronze medal team in Italy as well. So we're getting the match underway, and it looks like Victoria to shoot first. Target is at 50 metres with a 80 centimetre face with full 10 zone scoring. Victoria opens with a 9. So it's a 9 for Jo, so tied score at the moment. Match consists of 5 ends, cumulative scoring, maximum score of 150. So another 9 from Victoria. And it's a 9 from Jo. So both these athletes will be getting used to the conditions out here. Practice range was inside, so they're just assessing the wind. And that's a good first end from Victoria, 27 points on the board. And that's an 8 from Jo. So Victoria takes a 1-point lead after the first end, 27 to 26. Still 4 ends to go. So plenty of time. So this field of play is actually our training facility here at Archery GB, so the athletes are used to shooting here most days. And as you can see, there's a judge on the field and then there's a coach for each athlete. So we're about to get underway with end number 2. Joining me now is Charlotte Burgess. Morning, Charlotte.
Morning,
So end 2 just about to start, and because Jo is behind in the match, she will shoot the first arrow of this second end. So 9 just out the 10 for Jo, so she seems to have reset herself after the 8 she shot. It's a 9 for Victoria, still a 1-point match.
You can see today that the conditions are quite good this morning. There's not that much wind, and like Andrew said, these guys are used to shooting on this field. Just dropped a low 7 there, so it shouldn't be too long before they're both hidden inside the goal each end.
8.
Yeah, so that's an 8 from Victoria, and they've come from, as I said, an indoor practice range, so you're getting used to the lighting conditions and where their string sits, string picture, which Charlotte can tell us more about.
Yeah. Let's just see where Victoria's arrow goes first. So, nice shot in the 10 there. You can see the grouping between the two archers. You've got Victoria on target 1, who's got the 3 arrows in more of a triangle formation. And then target 2 with Jo. She's got that line of arrows happening from 12 o'clock through to 6 o'clock. And that can just be them getting used to the field, getting used to how it looks this morning with the lighting. What you tend to have with string picture is you'll see arrows go left and right. So the string picture is where they reference the string back at full draw on their face in comparison to their sight pin. So if that is off more than that where their usual position is, you could see the arrows go left and quite right quite dramatically. Now, how that can change is when the lighting hits your bow different and maybe lights up the bow or lights up your string. You can see that a little bit different. So, looks like they're both doing alright with that today because it is quite bright and they have just come out of a hole that's a bit dull. So, looks like they're both doing alright on that respect and they're just calming into the match and getting those sight marks on. So, I expect this end Jo's going to be directly in the middle with Victoria.
Yeah, and so Victoria's got a 5-point lead at the moment, but we have another 9 arrows to go. So a lot can happen in that 9 arrows. Again, because Jo's behind in the match, she will shoot first.
We've just got a bit of technical with, again with that lighting, Jo's struggling to see the TV in front of her, which is a TV that's got the target on it so they can see where the arrows have landed. And she's just struggling a little bit, so she's just highlighted, which is more than fine to highlight to the judges. Just can't see my TV screen.
So normally during qualification the archers would be allowed a spotting scope to see where their arrows are going, but on a finals field they rely more heavily on the coach in the coach's box and obviously the TV monitors in front of them. So Victoria shot 6.39 in qualification. There we go, Jo's back in the middle now.
It's just about a 10 maybe that, yeah. Been marked as a 10.
And Jo shot 608 in qualification. Again, these are two of our best archers in Great Britain at the moment in this category.
That's good from Jo, so you can see that grouping's coming. And that's really what she'll be focusing on, is keeping a good grouping, and she can just move her sight a little bit and get them in that 10.
Okay, so it's down to a 3-point advantage to Victoria now. So Jo's just putting the pressure on a little bit.
Nice.
And that's an excellent end. So Jo puts 29 out of 30 points down for end number 3. That's a nice arrow from Victoria back in the middle.
So the gap's closing.
And these two regularly compete against each other in the on the finals field at international competitions. As I said, both of them shot in Italy at the recent Grand Prix for the gold medal, which Jo won. And I think Jo also beat Victoria last year in the semi-finals of the World Championships in Beijing. So there's a healthy rivalry building up between these two.
Oh, yeah.
So with 3 ends down out of a 5-end match, again I told you earlier there's 150 points for maximum. I think these guys will be looking to score into the 130s. Okay, so again, Jo's behind in the match at the moment, but only by 2 points, so she'll go first.
So let's see where these arrows go. You can see the flags just waving a little bit. Down at the targets, the flags aren't moving, so they may be feeling a bit of wind on themselves.
Oh, and that's a 7 from Jo. Seems like she's having a few issues up and down. Could be Victoria takes advantage of that.
And the wind can just hit the archers on the shooting line and make you feel like you're not quite getting that shot balance right, which may be what Jo's struggling with a little bit, with that up and down spread of arrows.
Yeah, and Victoria puts an 8 in, so 4-point match at the moment. Just seem to be sitting a little low on this end, and the sun, the lighting will actually change throughout the day.
You can see Jo there just moving her sight a little bit. She knows she needs to move it.
So with the W1 compounds, they shoot with a recurve sight and no peep sight, which is a back sight within the string, which we'll see later on today in the open category. So this is more like recurve shooting, but due to the way that these archers have been classified, so some of them have got some physical limitations, they're shooting the compound bow.
Yeah. And you do have the option in the W1 to shoot a recurve. So you can shoot the recurve or a compound without that back peep and the recurve sight. So you've got no magnification, no back sight if you do opt to shoot the compound. A lot of people will shoot the compound. There's very little archers out there that shoot the recurve, and that's really to fit the archer. So a lot of guys, especially in the wheelchairs, will find it difficult with recurves to sometimes get the clearance over the bow, over the wheelchair, sorry. And the compound just allows for that little bit more flexibility in that respect.
So Jo to shoot first on this final end. She's got a current score of 102. And Victoria will start the end on 106.
Jo loves these presage situations, so she'll be going for that 10 now.
She does.
She'll be going for the shoot off.
Victoria maintaining her 4-point lead. It's a nice shot from Jo, just outside the 10.
Oh, lucky to get a 9 there. It's nearly an 8.
And you can hear Victoria's coach just giving her words of encouragement. So at this point in time, she knows her shot process. It's just words of encouragement. Nice shot from Jo to finish.
It's a really nice. So the pressure's all on Victoria here. Like 7 to win.
9.
And she gets a 9.
So 133 to 130 for that match. So this time round, Victoria is the winner. I think it's a rivalry that will continue towards Tokyo in 2020.